Parasocialism. As this day and age, people become reliant on streamers and content creators to validate themselves and have often very personal attachments to these people, even though they don't actually know you. Parasocialism is very real, and today we're going to be discussing how and why I think it's a problem and how we can work to improve it. So let's get to it. So, basically, parasocialism, guys, in case you guys are unaware of what parasocialism means, I will give you a very quick description of what it is. Parasocialism is basically when you are obsessed with a content creator or any kind of influencer or anyone in general, when you're overly obsessive with someone's life to the point you are asking them very personal questions that they realistically shouldn't be answering to you on the internet. So, basically, and become overly attached to you or a brand or any of that kind of thing. So basically, you guys don't want to be parasocial. It's not a good thing, and it makes you honestly look really creepy to the creator or the brand. But the brand benefits off you because they make more money. So in that instance, the brand actually does make money off of you. So in that case, it is they don't really care as much. But as a creator, um, and we do make money off of you, obviously. But like as a creator, like there is a lot of instances where I've seen so many different Minecraft communities or any kind of community that has become overly parasocial to the point that they are literally trying to dox the streamer or creator just to get access to their address, or they make up some lies about them. Like we've seen very recently in the Minecraft community in particular, which I think is a really good example of parasocialism in a community gone way too far. Now, parasocialism, guys, I know a lot of my viewers in particular are quite parasocial and they seek that validation through through it. Like they seek validation through parasocialism. They want attention because they're insecure about themselves and they struggle to understand that people have lives offline and you need to live yours. Like your creator that you watch or influencer that you listen to or brand that you follow, they have their own agendas. They don't always need to share everything with you, and they shouldn't share everything with you, which ties into a previous video I did about privacy online and why you shouldn't be too public, which I will link in the description of this video in case you guys want to go watch it afterwards. I think it is quite insightful, and I think a lot of you guys should go check it out. But parasocialism, as we go on, it's only going to get worse unless you guys work to stop it yourselves. Like, I'm gonna just say my audience has got it really, really bad. I don't know how bad it gets for other people, but I've seen firsthand a few instances of it actually getting to the point that the streamer has had to not like go live, or the creator has not gone live, or it's been detrimental to a business where it has caused a business to end up being in a mode of having to lock off some things from people. A quick little comparison of why parasocialism is different from being a fan. Being a fan of someone or a brand or whatever is very different to parasocialism. Parasocialism is when you get too attached. And that is what businesses and a lot of creators, particularly in the Minecraft community, also want people to get, is overly invested in the personalities. Because if they know that they have you guys as like parasocial to their brand as they possibly can have you, then they know you're going to spend more money on their brand. That is a little insider thing in case you guys aren't aware. Um, it's quite obvious in the world of business that it's a technique used to ensure that people are regularly engaged with the product or brand or service, or in like a content creator relationship between them and the viewers. Um, and I personally am of the belief that you should have a divide between the audience and the creator, because like if the audience knows too much about you, then they will try and use it against you at some point if they disagree with something you say. Now, I do believe that there is a level of being able to be a fan that is acceptable. You can be a fan and watch all the videos and like and comment on every single video, or like a brand or whatever, right? But that is different from being parasocial, as parasocialism takes it one step too far. And often in my experience, and I know for a fact this is what a lot of the Minecraft community feels like. Um, but these people take it too far to the point that they don't have a life offline that that their viewers don't know about. Like, and that is, guys, if you actually think about that for a minute, that is actually so bizarre and like unheard of. Like, you guys should expect that people are entitled to a private life offline. Like, I know you people want to know everything about people on the internet nowadays, but there is an importance of having some privacy, and privacy is definitely key, as I have made a video about before. You go and watch if you want to. But I think it's very important that we distinguish the difference between people that are fans of creators and the ones that are parasocial. Because some people may often actually find that they are a little bit parasocial, but not like insanely parasocial to the point that they like are like obsessive, like a lot of these people are nowadays. And I think it's really important that we distinguish the difference between the two, because like parasocialism is especially rampant in the Minecraft community, I've noticed. I know it's applicable to other communities as well, but not in necessarily a good way where we really benefit off of it. It's more so brands that benefit from parasocialism, guys, in case you aren't aware. But basically, how that would work is basically a brand will use parasocialism to a brand to get consumers to be overly invested in a brand, to feel like they have to buy more products, to feel like personally attached to the brand. It's a lot of psychology, guys, and if you want me to make a whole separate video about the psychology of stuff like that, let me know, and I definitely will, because it is quite interesting. Um, but yeah, like if you actually think about it, parasocialism is actually a form of like if you do actually get too parasocial for a particular creator or whatever, right? Then you guys are actually, to be honest with you, putting yourselves at risk of actually being mentally ill. Like, and I don't mean that in like a nice way. Like, mentally ill and like being like unwell because of it. And I don't want any of my fans to go through that, or anyone's fans to go through that, because, guys, if you live your life through someone else, what is the purpose of your own life? Like, if you think about it, because, guys, you only have one life. Life is so short as it is. You know, you're going to be old one day. You guys aren't going to be whatever age you are watching this. You guys are going to be older, and you guys are probably going to know a little bit more about what's going on around you, and be a bit more aware of how the fact that life is so short and how you should be treasuring it and taking every opportunity as it can, instead of being overly attached to a creator or a brand where you end up relying on it for everything, and then you end up becoming miserable in yourself because you can never live up to that standard that you feel like you hold that creator to. And I think a lot of people really struggle to find the balance between being a fan of something and being parasocial. Do you feel like you are getting borderline too personally attached to a creator or a brand or whatever, and you feel like you might need some help? There are plenty of services out there that you can speak to, or counseling that you can get to help you seek and get to the bottom of the roots of why you are the way you are, and why you want to like be in this person's life, and why you feel like you have a certain level of privilege over this person's life that doesn't know you. And it's realistically just like a voice talking to you in your screen. If you actually think about it, like, like, for all you know, it could be an AI you're speaking to, or an AI you're interacting with. I'm not an AI, guys. But like it's really like, especially as era goes on, like, you could be speaking to nothing. Like, what if you're not seen? Or what if it's an AI you're talking to? How would you feel then? Like, there's so many contributing factors. Like, how would you guys feel if you realize it's not a real person you're talking to, and you're just talking to yourself? Like, Like, don't you want to like feel like you aren't are able to live your own life without being too connected to a person to save yourself the embarrassment, like, and also one day you'll look back on it and you'll be like, why the hell did I talk to this creator on on a YouTube comment, like have a whole conversation and not just leave a simple comment like first or hope I enjoyed the video, great job or whatever. Like I think a lot of people need to realize the difference between that and being a fan and just like engaging with YouTube or any brand or whatever you want to interact with. And I think that's really important to look at when we're talking about how parasocialism is an illness.